Sunday Dhamma Talk.
Good morning, listeners. We are here again for another Sunday morning Dhamma Talk. I'm Prakrubadika Dr. Barton Yanatiro from the United States, and I will be interviewing Dr. Pratrajayan Wisit, the abbot of Wat Lung Posot, Thamakayaram, in Damnon Sarawak district of Ratburi Province, Thailand. Dr. Pratrajayan Wisit is one of Thailand's most eminent meditation masters and Buddhist scholars. His mission is to revitalize Buddhism, placing equal emphasis on academic study and meditation practice. Dr. Pratrajayan Wisit is the abbot of Wat Lung Posot Thamakayaram in Damnon Sarawak district of Ratburi Province. He has studied, practiced, and taught Buddhism, Buddhist meditation, since 1970. In 1986, he ordained as a monk with the name Sremchai Jayamangalo. In 1998, he received the royal ecclesiastical rank of Pratpavana Visuddhikun, and in 2004, the rank of Pratrajayan Wisit. He has published over 35 books, 200 articles, and 2 journals, and has recorded over 700 Dhamma lectures. He has also been awarded an honorary doctorate in Buddhist administration from Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University. He's led Wat Lung Posot to become a center of excellence in both meditation practice and academic studies. The temple trains over 20,000 participants annually in meditation, Dhamma, Pali, and related areas. In 1999, the Sankhabadi established Wat Lung Posot as Ratburi's second provincial school of Pali education, offering the full range of Pali studies from Pali grammar up through Pali level 9, the highest level. In 2001, the Sankhabadi also approved establishing the temple as Ratburi's first Provincial Buddhist Meditation Institute, authorized to organize official meditation retreats for both monks and laity. In collaboration with the National Buddhist Office, the temple has trained over 1,000 senior Thai monks to be teachers of Vipassana meditation. As a center for Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University, the temple trains senior monks from throughout Ecclesiastical Region 15. And as an associated institution of the World Buddhist University, the Wat Lung Posot Buddhist Meditation Institute, BMI, is currently training a continual stream of international meditators in English, with exceptional results. In brief, Dr. Pratrajayan Wisit has an extremely impressive record, and we are particularly privileged to have him with us today. Dr. Pratrajayan Wisit, welcome, Venerable Sir. This is our 5th Dhamma Talk. Last time we discussed how Lord Buddha achieved enlightenment by developing superhuman powers of observation to study the natural law of cause and effect underlying birth and death. Today we shall continue from there, examining specifically what he learned. We will focus on the Eightfold Path, which details Lord Buddha's guidelines on what to shun and what to nurture in order to avoid suffering, live happily, and progress towards enlightenment. First, please summarize for us Lord Buddha's ultimate findings from enlightenment.
Good morning, everyone. Lord Buddha's ultimate findings from enlightenment can be briefly summarized as the Four Noble Truths The first is the truth of suffering, that life in this world is fundamentally unsatisfactory and ultimately suffering, leading inevitably to old age, sickness, and death. The second is the truth of the cause of suffering. The immediate cause is craving, excessive desire, similar to addiction, also called passion. From our self-centered point of view, we crave to cling to the things we love and avoid the things we hate. But craving and clinging conflict with the law of the nature. Life is change. Change is inevitable. More profound analysis reveals that the ultimate cause underlying suffering is ignorance. Ignorance of the past, ignorance of the future, ignorance of the cause and effect linking past to future, ignorance of dependent origination, and ignorance of the Four Noble Truths. The third noble truth is the truth of a way out to state of non-suffering, nirvana or nibbana. This was Lord Buddha's great breakthrough. Our world is transitory, unsatisfactory, and, in the long run, non-self, but nibbana is eternal, ultimate peaceful happiness, and potentially true self. This contrast provides the hope, optimism, faith, and motivation to seek and achieve that state. Incredibly, Lord Buddha discovered the solution to the universal problems of life, old age, sickness, and death. At our what? You could experience it temporarily for yourself, as our other meditators have done. But most world beings will never meditate and never undergo that experience. More broadly, transcendental state of cessation of suffering can be referred to as Dhammakaya states. The word Dhammakaya refers to the purest states of Lord Buddha's virtues. Beyond this world, there are 9 such states, 8 noble disciple states, plus nirvana. They represent the last leg of the journey to nibbana. The noble disciple is guaranteed of eventual success. The Four Noble Truths is the Eightfold Path, mapping the passage to exit our current treadmill loop of misery and scale the heights to reach the serene tranquility of home, nirvana. Our task as individuals is to each use this map to successfully complete our own personal journey. The 8 trails of the path can be summarized into 3 main routes. The first is right moral behavior in line with the laws of nature, which avoids creating suffering for ourselves and our fellow beings. The second is right mental training, which raises our consciousness to new levels of understanding. The third is right wisdom, which arises from successful moral behavior and mental training.
Can you detail the first for us, right moral behavior?
Yes. Right moral behavior involves 3 lanes: right speech, right action, right livelihood. Right speech is detailed as avoiding 4 wrongs. Number 1, falsehood. Number 2, divisive talk. Number 3, harsh language. And number 4, frivolous chatter or gossip, spreading false teachings such as the belief that killing enemies is meritorious is also seriously wrong speech. Phrased positively, right speech is truthful, polite, harmonious, and useful. Right action is refraining from 3 moral behaviors. Number 1, intentionally killing living beings. Number 2, thefts or corruption. Number 3, adultery or depraved sex. Stated in positive terms, it is number 1, helping other beings to avoid suffering and increase happiness with loving kindness, sympathy, and mercy. Number 2, donating and sacrificing one's own possessions or effort for good of others. And number 3, controlling the passions to act wisely and determinedly, maintaining vows. Most simply, right livelihood is refraining from 5 immoral vocations. Number 1, trading in human beings, as in slavery or prostitution. Number 2, trading in weapons, including their production, distribution, or sales. Number 3, trading in flesh, for example, raising animals for slaughter or selling meat. Number 4, trading in intoxicant, such as alcohol and narcotics. And number 5, trading in poisons for killing world beings. In addition, all dishonest practice, such as smuggling and tax fraud, and even legitimate commerce employing deception or wrong livelihood. Finally, businesses such as nightclubs or gambling casinos, which lead humans down the road to ruin through careless behavior, such as drunkenness, recklessness, licentiousness, or gluttony, or wrong dealings. In contrast, there are a multitude of positive, useful careers which do not cause disaster to oneself or to others. Look, especially for those which are helpful and beneficial.
What about the second main route in the Eightfold Path, right mental training? What does it involve?
Right mental training is the key to ultimate success in Buddhism, because it introduces meditation. It is only through meditation that the final goal of nirvana can be achieved. Right mental training also involves 3 traffic lanes: right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Right effort is exertion to purify yourself by getting rid of bad habits which cause sorrow and regret, and developing good habits which bring peace and happiness. There are 4 right efforts. Number 1, diligence, being careful not to let bad habit arise in one character. Number 2, diligence to get rid of bad habits which have already arisen. Number 3, diligence to introduce new healthy habits. And number 4, diligence to preserve and develop existing healthy habits. Right mindfulness is detailed in the Lord Buddha's main sermon on meditation. The 4 foundations of mindfulness. Number 1, mindfulness of body. Number 2, mindfulness of feeling. Number 3, mindfulness of the heart and mind. And number 4, mindfulness of the phenomena which arise in the heart and mind, for which contemplation involves recognizing that this is not a person or self, or either oneself or someone else. With Samatha Vipassana meditation, this can be experienced directly at various levels of consciousness, in accordance with Lord Buddha's literal instruction to contemplate the body in the body. Here, mindfulness of the body in the body means seeing and contemplating the various inner bodies nested inside each other. By always stopping still at the center of the center, seeing the refined human body, the meditator becomes the refined human body, and again focuses at the center of that body, successfully arriving at the crude and refined celestial bodies. The crude and refined Brahman bodies and the crude and refined formless Brahman bodies, before transcending to the supramundane Dhammakaya bodies. Upon becoming each body, the meditator also experiences directly and corresponding feelings, mind and mind objects. Thereafter, meditators are drawn beyond obsessive clinging to external physical objects, which produces human suffering. Right concentration is samatha meditation, involving the 4 jhanas, or states of absorption, going deeper and deeper inside to remove the 5 hindrances, which impair clear comprehension. The 5 hindrances are drowsiness or laziness. Number 2, doubt or uncertainty. Number 3, ill will or enmity. Number 4, distraction or restlessness. And number 5, sensual desire or enchantment. In samatha meditation, these are overcome by developing the corresponding jhana factors. Number 1, apply thought or attention. Number 2, sustained thought or investigation. Number 3, rapture or joy. Number 4, happiness or contentment. Number 5, one-pointed concentration. Development of these jhana states prepares the way for attainment of the supernormal state of knowledge, known as vichara.
And then, what is the third main route in the Eightfold Path? Right wisdom.
Right wisdom means transcendental insight beyond normal worldly comprehension. It includes 2 specific elements: right understanding and right intention. Right understanding means clear, direct, personal comprehension of the 4 Noble Truths and of the characteristics of both compound worldly phenomena and the non-compound phenomena of nirvana. There are 9 plateaus in this ascent: the 8 noble disciple states and nirvana. Noble disciple states are transcendent conditions beyond worldly levels of comprehension. There are 4 pairs, each consisting of a crude state corresponding to being on the path, and a refined state corresponding to having achieved that destination. The first level is stream enterer, or Sotapan, achieved by one who has attained release from the first 3 of the final 10 fetters binding one to this world: self-concept, doubt, and attachment to rites and rituals. This meditator has transcended to entry into the final leg of the journey to enlightenment, and is guarantee of eventual success. When a Sotapan has examined the 4 Noble Truths at the celestial level sufficiently to significantly reduce greed, hatred, and delusion, the meditator progresses to the second level of noble disciple, the one returner, or Sakathakami. The Sakathakami only needs to return to our world one more time before achieving enlightenment. The Sakathakami examines the 4 Noble Truths at the Brahman level, achieving liberation from 2 more fetters: sensual enchantment and annoyance. They then rise to the 3rd level of noble disciple, non-returner, or Anakami. The Anakami never returns to this world again. He leads all remaining lifetimes in the 5 pure abodes of the form Brahman realm until achieving final enlightenment. The Anakami examines the Four Noble Truths at the formless Brahman level, achieving liberation from the remaining 5 higher fetters, clinging to the pure form realm, clinging to the formless realm, pride, daydreaming, and ignorance. Thus, he becomes a Dhammakaya saint, or Arahant, the 4th and the highest level of noble disciple, free from all defilements. The Arahant attains Nirvana and is able to compare with clear discernment the 3 characteristics of mundane phenomena: impermanence, suffering, and non-self, with the ultimate reality of Nirvana, which exhibits the opposites: eternity, supreme peaceful happiness, and true self, for those who realize and attain it.
So then, right understanding is direct discernment and clear comprehension of the Four Noble Truths. What is right intention?
The Noble Eightfold Path should be practiced at all levels of existence. Right understanding and right intention arise together with the entire path in our realm of sensual desire, in the pure form Brahman realm, in the formless Brahman realm, and that the transcendental level. Right understanding of the law of the nature helps us to avoid danger and gives rise to appropriate intention. There are 3 main components of right intention. Number 1, the intention to escape sensual desire, Nekhamma Sankappa. Number 2, the intention to escape vengefulness, Apayapata Sankappa. And number 3, the intention to escape aggression, Avihingsa Sankappa.
Thank you, sir. And what is this supramundane knowledge, or vicca, that we hear about?
The 3 vicca, or supernormal fields of knowledge, are those which Lord Buddha utilized to reach enlightenment. We, too, can use them to follow his example and attain transcendent insight. The 5 vicca is remembrance of past life, Pupphenivasa Yan, which Lord Buddha pursued during the first watch of enlightenment night. The 2nd vicca is the knowledge of the death and rebirths of all beings, in accordance with the law of Gamma, Jutupatayan, which Lord Buddha practiced during the 2nd watch of enlightenment night. The 3rd vicca is the knowledge of complete purity from mental defilement, Asvakhayayan, which Lord Buddha employed during the 3rd watch to recognize his enlightenment. Clear discernment with these vipassana insights can enable us to follow Lord Buddha's example to higher knowledge. The expanded list of 8 vicca also includes the 6 supernormal powers gained through vipassana meditation. They are: number 1, insight knowledge of vipassanayan, the clear discernment of mind and body as impermanent, suffering, and non-self. Number 2, mind-made magical power, or manomayiti, such as multiplying bodies. Number 3, supernormal powers, or itiviti, the ability to demonstrate various powers, such as moving objects with the mind. Number 4, divine ear, or dipasoda, ability to hear at a distance. Number 5, mind reading, or cetopariyayan. Number 6, remembrance of former lives, or Pupphenivasa. Number 7, the divine eye, or Dipajaku, seeing at a distance. And number 8, knowledge of complete purity from mental defilements or aswakhayayan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prajanwisit. You have explained the Noble Eightfold Path in both its mundane and transcendent modes, providing us with a lot to think about.
Thank all of you for joining us. May Lord Buddha be with all of you, and may Lord Buddha bestow special blessings on His Majesty the King and His Royal Elder Sister in this time of illness. May they be restored to full health and vigor, and continue to live long and productive lives.
I would like to invite any listeners who would like to try meditation for themselves to come to our semi-annual meditation retreat, which will begin December 1st. We're just a short drive from Bangkok. The retreat lasts 2 weeks, but you're welcome to come for whatever number of days you can. No previous experience is required, and you do not have to be a Buddhist. Results have been astounding. You may open a whole new world for yourself. For details, see our website at en.dhammakaya.org. That's en.dhammakaya.org. You can also review our previous broadcasts there. Or contact Prop Bart by email at gmail.com. PHRABART@gmail.com. Or email our Buddhist Meditation Institute, BMI, at dhammakaya.org. We will be very happy to receive your correspondence. Next month, look for us here from 8 to 8:30 on Sunday morning, December 2nd. We will be studying Lord Buddha's first sermon.
Sunday Dhamma Talk.